The burial of the late Pope Francis will take place on Saturday morning in St. Peter's Square, with his body lying in state for 3 days in the run-up to the Mass. In a break from tradition, Pope Francis, his final testament stated that he wished to be buried in a simple tomb. The Argentine pontiff died on Monday from a stroke, less than a month after returning home from 5 weeks in hospital battling double pneumonia. Rose Wangoi has more details.
Tributes have poured in from around the globe for Pope Francis. His home country, Argentina, prepared for a week of national mourning, while India began 3 days of state mourning on Tuesday, a rare honor for a foreign religious leader in the world's most populous nation. Pope Francis' funeral, which is expected to draw huge crowds, will take place on Saturday at 10 a.m. in front of St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican. Cardinal Giovanni Battista, Dean of the College of Cardinals, will preside over the funeral of Francis, assisted by patriarchs, cardinals, bishops and priests from across the Catholic global community. The Pope's body was photographed during a service in the chapel of Casa Santa Marta, the Vatican residence where he lived during his 12-year papacy and where he died. Francis was wearing his red papal vestments, a mitre on his head, and had a rosary between his fingers. The pontiff will be taken to St. Peter's Basilica on Wednesday morning, where his casket will remain until burial for the public to pay their respects. The Holy Father has opted for a simple tomb unadorned except for his name in Latin, Franciscus, according to his will released on Monday. Francis' coffin, which he previously ordered, should be of wood and zinc. At the Vatican, there's a steady stream of people visiting the church, where the Pope is expected to be laid to rest. Afterward, in a break with papal tradition in line with his wishes, Francis will be interred in the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome's Esquiline district instead of St. Peter's Basilica, with 9 days of official mourning to begin immediately upon the conclusion of the funeral mass. In choosing to be buried in Rome's Santa Maria Basilica, he will become the first pope in more than 100 years to be laid to rest outside the Vatican. Many world leaders, their representatives and other dignitaries are expected to travel to Rome for the funeral, which is expected to be watched by a global audience of millions. Here in Kenya, the Archbishop of Nairobi, Philip Anyolo, will hold a funeral mass for Pope Francis at Holy Family Basilica on Friday from 11 a.m. The mass will be officiated by the current Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya and South Sudan. The Vatican has also confirmed that Francis died of a stroke and heart failure at his official residence on Monday morning, a month after being released from the hospital where he spent 5 weeks being treated for double pneumonia. He appeared exhausted on Sunday during the Easter celebrations, but nevertheless greeted the crowds in his mobile in St. Peter's Square. His successor will be chosen by the Papal Conclave, a gathering of cardinals younger than 80 years that will convene in 2 weeks.